Yo, what's up gamers? It's AbbyElise here and welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I am going to be doing the long-awaited How I Edit ItzGlimpse's videos guide. Now this video is gonna be split into a few parts. The first part is preparation, which is basically just me preparing the footage that was sent to me so it will be easier to edit later on. The second part talks about how I switch POVs, how I cut and paste the videos, and also my music selection. The third part covers the transitions between each round, so that includes the slide animation and also the little text thing that comes up in each game. Then lastly, I'm gonna be showing my subtitle setup on how I subtitle these videos too. So the video I'm showing right now is the ItzGlimpse versus RKY 1v1 video. From the time I'm recording this, I have not edited this video yet. So as this video tutorial progresses, you're gonna see the progress of this RKY video, and I think it will be pretty cool. What I have open right now is RKY's POV. You know what, I'm just gonna name this RKY POV. And I'm gonna name this over here Glimpse's POV, because these are the two sets of footage that were sent to me. So obviously, as you can see, the first thing I do is put them both in like a straight timeline. Then what I do is I try to level the audio correctly. And how I would do that is first consider how many tracks there are. For Glimpse's footage, he has 3 audio tracks. This is his voice, this is the game sounds, I believe, and this is RKY's voice over here. If there's multiple audio tracks, I would first listen in to the recording and see if the audio tracks level out properly.
Why do you have a fireball? Oh, that's what
How
you
did
bought.
I miss that?
You missed so badly. What are you doing?
So from what I heard right there, it was pretty balanced, I'd say. I'm gonna try looking for another part.
You're so intimidating. Whoa!
This is what I bought on accident instead of.
Oh my!
What?
My
No way.
gosh! Oh
Okay,
my
so based on this, I'd say that I need to turn up RKY a little bit. So I'm going to take this volume slider and just put it a bit up and just listen back to it.
This is what I bought on accident instead of.
Oh my
No way.
gosh! Oh my gosh! Let's go!
Oh, why did I buy that? Oh, okay,
You can also take a look at this right here and see like where the green bar is hitting, so you can have a better idea if their voices are kind of like the same in terms of volume.
Yeah, I have diamond armor actually.
Why did I buy that? Oh, okay.
Alright, so I think their voices are pretty balanced right now. I'm gonna listen in with like the game sounds, but I'm pretty sure usually the game
A
sounds
fireball. Oh, that's
sound
what you
perfectly
want.
fine.
You missed so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, you're so intimidating.
This is what I bought on accident.
Yeah, the game sounds sound fine. Maybe I'll just turn it up like a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, you're so intimidating.
This is what I bought on accident instead of.
Oh!
Now, we're gonna listen to RKY's, although since he doesn't have multiple audio tracks, what we see is basically what we get in terms of the balancing of glimpses, the game sounds, and RKY's audio.
Why do you have a fireball?
How
Oh,
did I
that's what
miss
you
that?
bought. You missed so badly. What are you doing?
Well, as you can see, it's not super balanced, but like it's good enough. While editing, maybe I could play with the volume thing where you can do this, and I'm gonna explain that later if ever I do need it. But yeah, I can't really do much about this, you know, since there's no multiple audio tracks. So now I'm going to be comparing RKY's volume in his recording compared to Glimpse's to see if I should like turn it down or turn it up.
How did I
that's
miss
what you
that? This is what I bought on accident instead of.
Oh
Yeah.
my!
This is what I bought on accident instead of.
Okay, so my thought process is I think I need to turn it down like just a little bit. Maybe like 1.3 decibels would be
Why
enough.
do you have a fireball?
How
Oh,
did I
that's what
miss
you
that?
bought.
Yep, that sounds good to me. So now that the audio leveling is done, I'm going to insert another video track and I will be dragging the point of view indicator onto the footage. So the POV indicator, I'm not really gonna be teaching how to make one of these. I mean, I used Photoshop for them. And wait a second, I have this ripple thing on. Oopsie. As I was saying, I'm not really gonna teach how to make one of these. I mean, I used Photoshop and just got their player head and did stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to explain, but here's RKY's point of view, and then I'm going to be dragging in glimpses, which I have here. There you go. Now the indicator is on their respective footage. So what I'm gonna do now is highlight everything, render as, and just render it. If you're working with 60 FPS footage, always remember to disable resample. So the reason why I render out everything first is because there will be less audio tracks to worry about, and the indicator will already be with the footage already, so I wouldn't have to add that later, and it's just a lot more organized for me, and it just keeps my sanity alive. So yeah, after this renders, I'm gonna move on to the part where I sync the footages together. Alright, the video is done rendering. I have it in a separate project now. So now what I'm going to do is sync the RKY perspective with ItzGlimpse's perspective. So first I would find the part where RKY's recording ends, which is around there. I just find the exact point. There you go. And I split using the S key. Then I add another video and audio track. Then what I do is usually have Glimpse's perspective in the tracks that it's in right now. The other person's perspective is dragged like that. So it goes like this. Then I would look at the audio waves, and if you're having trouble seeing audio waves, I would suggest doing the keyboard combination shift and then the arrow up key, and it just makes the audio waves more visible. So what I would do to sync the audio is mute the RKY perspective first, and then just look at glimpses, and then just listen.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
So I'm going to try finding the part in RKY's footage where Glimpse says this. So I'm just gonna put a marker here for now, just marking the part where Glimpse says it. So now I'm going to mute these, unmute the RKY footage, and find the exact same point.
You know, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Okay, so I found where Glimpse says it is here.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
So what I do is just cut there, delete the rest for now, and drag it over to this marker, and just listen back. You can unmute Glimpse's audio now from his perspective.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
So it's a bit off, so I'm gonna move it just a little bit more. I think that should be synced.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
There you go. And always keep in mind that the voices aren't completely synced. You can see in these parts, this is where RKY talks.
That's my
I think
strat.
about
That's my
like
strat.
that. Yeah.
So the reason why this isn't synced is because obviously Discord has lag and latency and all of that. So I always just make sure that Glimpse's audio is synced. It doesn't really matter if RKY's isn't synced. You just have to be more careful when cutting the video and just make sure his voice doesn't echo through when you change perspectives and stuff like that. So now that this is synced, I can just delete this marker and extend this footage so that it completely lines up, and boom, we are all set to start editing. I would most of the time keep Glimpse's footage shown and RKY's layers hidden. So this is what my setup usually looks like. I would also have a audio track for music, which I have the volume pretty low at. And I have another audio track for sound effects. And of course, I would have a few more video tracks for like subtitles and extras, but we're not gonna focus on that for now because those come later. Alright, so now we're in the second part of this video where I'm just gonna show how I change perspectives and also how I cut the video up, and also later I'll add some music as well. So example, at the start of this round, I'm just gonna start it when Glimpse says this.
I'm not ready. I'm so scared. I'm gonna get destroyed.
So I'm going to make a cut for both of the footages here and just delete everything that comes before. Drag this to the start of the timeline.
I'm gonna get destroyed.
I'm gonna make a cut over here. Okay, here.
Do you have any plans or strategies you're gonna do?
So I'm planning to switch perspective here. I'm just gonna check the audio of RKY.
Yeah, my strat.
So he starts talking around here. I'm going to keep that in mind. So I'm gonna switch perspectives right here. So I'm gonna make a cut.
Because I
Yeah,
And
my
then-
strat is to, you know, it's to, you know, man. You know what I'm saying?
And then I'm going to make a cut here because I'm gonna go back to Glimpse's POV right here. So for this area from here to here, I want it to be RKY. So I'm just going to delete this, drag the footage over there, and now it's in the unmuted tracks. So you can see here, it goes from this.
Do you have any plans or strategies you're gonna do? Because
Yeah, my
I
strat is
forgot.
to it's to man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
There you go. That's basically one part. I'm probably gonna do some touch-ups, maybe make the pauses less, but that's pretty much it. That's how you switch the perspectives and stuff.
Okay, I see. Oh, wool only. Oh, okay, I see those ladders.
And then in this part, I could hear that RKY is like describing what he sees, so I'm also going to leave a cut here. In Glimpse's footage, he says the line like around here.
Okay, I see.
But then I could see from the audio waves that he starts saying it way earlier, so I'm gonna make the cut here.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Oh, wool only. Oh, okay, I see those ladders. I'm gonna go ladders.
And I'll make a cut here, delete this, drag that there. So that makes another POV cut. But I'm actually gonna delete this part because
I get you.
nothing really happens there and I don't want to include it. So I'm just gonna link those
you.
together.
Okay, I see. Oh, wool only. Oh, okay, I see those ladders. I'm gonna go ladders.
Alright, I could cut this portion up because, you know, there's just silence. I forgot to include this part where he says that he doesn't know how to ladder
Even though I
clutch.
don't know how to ladder clutch. I'm
There
gonna
you go.
ladders. Even though I don't know how to ladder clutch.
There you go. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, to select both of these, you just hold control and then it just selects. Yep, okay. Okay, so this is
We're
Glimpse
gonna do 3 Bed Wars
explaining
and 3 Skywars.
his
So
thing,
if I beat
his
you
thought
all in Bed Wars,
process.
then I should be fine.
And we can just cut to that.
We're gonna do 3 Bed Wars and 3 Skywars. So if I beat you all in Bed Wars, then I should be fine. Because there's no way I'm beating you in Skywars.
Okay, I think you guys get the idea of how I cut the video and the pacing of the video and also the switching of perspectives. So I'm going to be adding some music now. So what I usually have for Glimpse's videos is just some tracks I found on Epidemic Sounds. Usually for 1v1 videos, you would be finding for action, suspense, like those kinds of genres, you know. Or you could also use like some music that Dream uses for his videos. Like example, Dangerous Action.
I'm not ready. I'm so scared. I'm gonna get destroyed. Do you have any plans or strategies you're gonna do? Because
Yeah, my
I
strat is
forgot.
to
But usually, instead of music like this, I would probably add a bit more, I guess, playful kind of music at the start. I'm not really sure if it's playful, but like more chill, I guess. So maybe I could do this.
I'm not ready. I'm so scared. I'm gonna get destroyed. Do you have any plans or strategies you're gonna do? Because
Yeah, my
I
strat is
forgot.
to
Alright, so I added some music. This is what the scene kind of looks like now. And I also made tweaks with how I cut these together.
I'm not ready. I'm so scared. I'm gonna get destroyed. Do you have any plans or strategies you're gonna do? Because
Yeah, my
I
strat is
forgot.
to man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, I see. Oh, wool only. Oh, okay, I see those ladders. I'm gonna go ladders. Even though I don't know how to ladder clutch.
So we're gonna do 3 Bed Wars and 3 Skywars. So if I beat you all in Bed Wars, then I should be fine.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how this looks like. You could see where I made cuts in music. You can really just experiment where you want to have like music stop. Usually it does make for a good effect if you time these music stops correctly. For music stops, you would usually just like cut the music and then drag the music over to where you want it to continue again. Oh, also a extra thing that I forgot to do is show the insert volume envelope. And basically what this does is just like picking parts of this track where you want to like up the volume a bit. Example, I feel like Glimpse is a bit soft here. For example, I can double click to add a point here and double click again somewhere here to add another point, and then click and drag the point up so that you could see the decibels going up and down. I'll go to around like 2.5 decibels added.
So we're gonna do 3 bed wars and 3 skywars. So if I beat you all in bed wars, then I should be fine. Because there's no way I'm beating you in skywars. Wait, am I
Maybe.
doing this?
So yeah, it made the volume slightly louder for here. And then afterwards, I could just double click again, double click there, drag down until it's 0, 0. Alright, since I am done cutting up game 1, I might as well show you guys how I do my transitions between games. Alright, so as you can see here, I have a whoosh sound effect. You can find these sound effects anywhere on YouTube. You just have to search for them, see if you like something that you hear, and then just download it. I usually download mine through like a YouTube to MP3 converter, where you just put the link in there and then download the MP3 that was converted. Anyways, I just put a whoosh sound here, so it just sounds like this.
1-0. Okay, why? What happened?
There you go. But then we actually have to make the slide itself. So what I do is I'm gonna cut it at the point where he says gosh. And the reason why I do this is because later when I subtitle something, and the reason why I do this is gonna be shown later at the subtitling portion, but just trust me on this for now. So I am going to click the effects icon, and that's because I just have a blur mode curves usual settings that I use, and also an S_glow, because without this the screen is just gonna be inverted. That's the sucky thing about Vegas 17, it just does this. So we ignore that, we just look at here. So these are my S_blur mode curves settings. If you don't know what this is, it's a Sapphire plugin. You can check out my Sapphire plugins tutorial. Anyways, I'm just gonna do a simple slide animation. So we just go here
1-0.
and animate the Shift X, add a keyframe, go to the end of the clip, make it go to -0.5, right click on this keyframe and set it to slow fade. So it just does this.
1-0.
And then we do the same thing at the other side.
1-0. Okay, why? What happened?
I'll just cut it here. The reason why I don't just like drag it onto the entire thing is because if you put a Sapphire effect on a clip, it will take longer to render, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but that's just what I believe. So I just always just apply it to a certain portion. So for this one, we're going to animate Shift X again. But then the first point is 0.5. Then we go a bit forward, maybe like 13 to 14, 15-ish frames forward. And we just add another keyframe. Always remember that this is on, by the way, the sync cursor to media timeline. And then we just set this to 0 again. Make the first keyframe fast, and it just looks like this.
1-0.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. 1-0. Okay, why? What happened?
That's just the slide transition I use for literally every single time the round changes. Now for the text that pops up here, I didn't make the text animation myself, although I have recreated it, like not one for one, but like somewhat similarly. So the text animation that usually pops up is by night. So I'm going to drag the round 2 thing over here. And then I just have to make sure this is on straight unmatted so that it is transparent. As you can see, it just shows up there. I am going to also make the playback rate 2 because that's what Knight said that I should do. But then for the videos, you could see that it doesn't just look like this. It rotates downwards and falls. So I'll show you guys how I do that. Okay, I just copy and pasted my animation that I've made in a previous project to make it easier and more identical. So as you can see here, it falls and kind of rotates a bit. I'll show you how I did that. So in the pan and crop window, you can see that from the start, it's a bit like zoomed out a bit. You could see from the first keyframe here, and it's on fast fade, and then it eventually goes to like the regular size, and then it will eventually become a bit larger and also rotate slightly. As you can see, the angle here is negative 1.7 and it became larger as well, the text. The last keyframe here, the angle changes to negative 16.5. So where does the moving down happen? Because it doesn't happen in the pan and crop. Well, the moving down is done from s_blur mode curves. So as you can see here, ignoring the shift X because that's just the slide animation there. But as you can see here, there's a shift Y keyframe and then it goes all the way down to negative 1 and it's set to slow fade over here. So it just dips down. So yeah, that's how I did
1-0.
that. But the animation itself, that's not made by me. I will show you my recreation though. So here's my Vegas project of me trying to recreate Knight's thing. So as you can see, instead of the letters appearing one by one, it's just a little wave thing, a little wave animation. So it's like very simplified. If you want to see how I did the wave, it's literally an effect in Vegas. It's just called wave. You can copy these settings and then I just made it smooth fade until it resets back to 0 on horizontal waves. These two layers are just the Game 6 and the Bed Wars kind of text, top and bottom. If this video reaches 200 likes, then I'll maybe consider putting the project file of this in the description. But yeah, as you can see here, I just copy and paste these and do whatever I want with them. Anyways, there's also a specific effect that I put on this clip because I want it blurred when the animated text shows up. So what I do is basically add a Gaussian blur effect. And that's found in video effects. If you search up Gaussian blur, here it is. These are my Gaussian blur settings. So it starts at 0.0136 and then eventually when the text dips down, it will start to fade out of the Gaussian blur. So I just added another keyframe here and then frames later, it's back to 0 and the video is clear again.
1-0. Okay, why? What happened?
Okay, so I finished cutting the video and adding like the things here, like the winner RKY with the blur and stuff. I added all of that, and now what I'm gonna do is right click on this layer which has the RKY POV on it. I'm just gonna click delete track because I don't need it anymore, and also delete this one. So now we just have these layers left. This layer is for the little text animations and stuff. As you can see, I also laid down markers on parts that I kind of had a hard time hearing so I could subtitle them properly if ever I do feel like subtitling that. And yeah, speaking of subtitles, this is gonna be the fourth part of the video where I'm gonna be showing you guys how I set up my subtitles and the details about them. So the first thing I do is insert a new video track. I actually try inserting 3 and then this one's muted. You'll see why I do that in a bit. Also, to keep things organized, I'm just going to shrink these layers so that it's easier to see the rest. There you go. Okay, now I'm going to be showing the subtitles. So, I have a preset for the subtitle right here. And as you can see, this is the font. I don't really know how to pronounce it. It's like almond nougat or something. I don't really know. But yeah, all I do is add a red outline and a darker red shadow color. So yeah, you can pause the video if you want to look at this more, but that's basically all I do for this. So this is gonna be Glimpse's subtitle. I have to make a color for RKY. What I usually do for like the other person's subtitle is just I use the color scheme that I used with the indicator of the POV. I might change this to be a bit darker though, so there's more contrast with the white, something like that. Alright, now that I set that up, I'm going to change the duration to how long the video is. I'm gonna check that right now. That is around 13 minutes. So I'll just change this to 13. And also this. So what this second track is for is when there's two people talking at the same time. So there would have to be a text above and a text below. So this is the track for that. I usually just use track motion. Expand this a bit. Okay, there you go. And just make sure that the prevent movement X is enabled so it only moves on the Y axis. So all you need to do is just position it like a bit above right there. Something like that. And make sure you're at the start of the timeline because you want this to be applying for the entirety of this vid. And after that, you can just not touch track motion anymore. It's just there now. So every time that you have something here, it's always gonna be at that point. And the reason why I do this and not just move it in pan and crop is because that just takes forever. And the way I make my subtitle animation, it would just make things more complicated. So I just use track motion. Alright, so what is the third track for? Well, usually I use this track to just hide a text if I don't want to see it. And then I would like just go to where you need it, like example. So I would go here and then I would just cut where RKY says something.
You know, it's too. No, man.
And then just like drag it on there, and it just makes things a bit easier. So let's subtitle the first few seconds of this video. So what I would do is, of course, click this clock icon, make sure that sync cursor to media timeline is on, it's blue, and then we just have to listen to what they say.
I'm not.
I'm just gonna like speed this up because I already made a subtitle tutorial. Y'all know what I'm doing.
I'm not.
Cut here, change it.
I'm not ready.
There you go.
I'm not ready. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm gonna get destroyed. I'm scared. I'm gonna get destroyed.
So what I do first, actually, I forgot to mention this, is I always just focus on what Glimpse says first and subtitle those and then just add in RKYs later. So as you can see, I didn't subtitle what he said here yet, and I'm just continuing on. I'm gonna stop here for now, just leave a cut there. And then I'm gonna subtitle what I missed for RKY, just to show what I'm doing. So whenever I put a cut there, I just like delete what's before to just mark where I've already been done.
Yeah, my strat is to, you know, man.
There you go, drag it onto the first track because it should be in the lower portion of the screen. Make sure you have the animate thing on.
Yeah, my strat is to
So here's an instance where they speak at the same time, so I can show you what the thing is. So here he says, "Hey man," there you go. So it appears at the same time.
Oh god.
There you go. Alright, I'm gonna subtitle until there for now because I don't think you guys want to see me subtitle the entirety of this video because it will take way too long. And I'll just show you the little pop-up animation that I do for these subtitles. So I have a pan and crop preset for this. It's just called pop subtitle animation first keyframe. So as you can see, like the top portion's like stretched out a little bit, and then this bottom portion is just like very slightly stretched out. And then we go 7 frames forward, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Then click restore, and boom, that's the pop.
I'm not.
And then we just hit copy, select everything in these 2 layers, and selectively paste only video event pan and crop settings. And there you go. This should work.
I'm not ready. I'm so scared. I'm gonna get destroyed. Do you have any plans or strategies you're gonna do? Because
Yeah, my
I
strat is
forgot.
to man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. So we're gonna do 3 Bed Wars and 3 Sky Wars. So if I beat you all in Bed Wars, then I should be fine. Because there's no way I'm beating you in Sky Wars. Wait, am I
Maybe.
running this?
Oh. Hey, Glimpse. Good man.
Hi. Oh gosh, I have no.
Okay, there you go. That's all I finished for now. This is so funny, but I only just realized this while editing the ItzGlimpse's guide video. So I wanted to show this portion in like the transition area where like there's subtitles and stuff. So as you can see, the subtitle moves with like the screen to the next thing. And how I do that is basically, since I left a cut on where Glimpse said gosh, and I added a new subtitle with gosh in it. So what you can do is just right click the main footage because I already made the transition before. So just do copy and then selectively paste attributes, and just make sure the one that is ticked is video event effects and effect keyframes, and that will make the text have the same exact animation as the one at the bottom without messing up the pan and crop. And for the text here, it's basically just the same thing, except what you do is, okay, so for example, the text isn't cut yet, but then the text is changed here. So as you can see in here, I put the 1 0 and then RKY what happened, but I didn't put any cuts in the subtitle thing itself. So what I would do is copy the footage and then selectively paste, and then video event effects and effect keyframes. And then after I do that, when it's pasted already, that's when you can leave cuts in where the text changes, like this. And then you can copy a subtitle wherever it has like the text pop-up animation, and then just select both of these and then selectively paste. But instead of this one, it's the event pan and crop, so it will effectively
RKY, what
do
happened?
that.
RKY, what happened? RKY, what happened?
Yeah.
Ta-da, there you go. Aside from subtitles, I muted these tracks first. I want to go through some extras, you know. I guess you could count this as part 5, but I don't know, it's just some extras. Like for example, this part, it's like, oh, how did you do that? Well, I just copied the video layer onto a new layer, so there's like 2. How I did that was basically you press U on your keyboard and it ungroups, and then you could hold control, drag, and then it copies the thing. But then I always make sure to select both of these again by holding control and clicking on them, and then press G and it groups them up. But yeah, basically how I did this is I put the brightness and contrast on it, you know, so it turns darker. And then in mask, I made a mask around, oops, I made a mask around the ItzGlimpse name. And then you could double click on it, make sure you're on the normal edit tool, and make sure that it's a negative mask. You can also change the mask type here in the side. But yeah, these are the icons. This makes it positive, which masks the effect here. Negative looks like this, and make sure this says apply to effects. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I needed to duplicate this layer onto a new one. You could literally do this exact same thing over here. I'm gonna prove it by pasting this and hiding this, and it would just be the same. I just realized that now, whoops. Because by choosing apply to effects, it's basically saying that the mask only applies to the effect and not like the video itself. If this is turned off, then it would remove the thing because it's applying to the video. But if you apply it to effects, then it would just apply to this video effect that you have on here. Also, for my pan and crop zooms like
Don't press
this,
tab.
1 heart.
usually I just play around with like the timing. Always make sure that it doesn't go by too fast, like the zooms. And I usually use like fast fades and like smooth fades. Usually fast fade for like zooming
What?
in, and then smooth fade for zooming out.
One heart.
my.
Oh shoot, yo, I'm coming. I got you, Glimpse. I'll help you out.
Another last extra, how I make the intros to these 1v1 videos, although I'm not gonna go in detail. It's just a bunch of text. I still haven't made the intro for this one because as of I'm recording this, Glimpse hasn't sent the intro audio yet. But basically, it's just a lot of animating and using blur mode curves, all that stuff. I could try making a more specific tutorial on something like this, although I don't know, I'm kind of lazy. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think that's all I'm going to be teaching for today. If you have anything specific that I left out in this video, which I'm sorry in advance for, then you can always just ask in the comment section down below or join my Discord server because it's very hard to explain things in the comment section of YouTube. But yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. 200 likes, I'll release this this recreated text animation thing, the project file and stuff. That's all from me. I'll see you guys in the next video whenever that comes out. Bye!